Alright, hey, what's up? So basically, in this video, this is part 3 of how to get over on Craigslist. You know what I mean? How to, how to scheme, get over on Craigslist. Anyway, but this is like part 3 or whatever. So what you want to do basically, what you want to do is repost people's stuff for a higher price. Part 3, this is part 3, so that I'm talking about being a middleman. You know what I mean? Being a middleman. That means you go out, find the seller and buyer, and make them connect to each other. You know what I mean? At the same time, you're getting a profit. Uh you're getting paid too. Cause what you're doing is relisting people's items, but for a more expensive price. That's what you're doing. Let's say they're selling something for $100. You're listing something. You're listing it for $150. That's what you're basically doing. You know. That way you could get $50 when you when a person buys it from the actual seller. The buyer buys it from the actual seller. Thing is, you got to make sure that stays secret though. The buyer cannot know that you're not the actual seller, and that you're the middleman. You know, if they know that shit, then they gonna try and go around you and get direct contact with the seller. You know what I mean? So what your job is to get contact with both of them. You know, make the seller think you're the actual buyer, make the buyer think you're the actual seller. That's the whole purpose of this shit. You know what I mean? To get that 50 out of it. The way you get the 50 out of it is the way you get the 50 out of it, my nigga, all you gotta do is have them two meet up or whatever. But first, have the buyer agree to cash out $50 to your cash app. So what you want to do as a seller, because you look like the seller to the buyer, you want to say, since my friend helped me sell this certain item, could you cash up him $50? You know what I mean? Could you cash up him $50? Help me to sell the item or whatever, and he'll do that shit. When we meet in person, you know, bring the original amount. But nah, when we meet in person, just bring 100. You know what I mean? We meet in person, cause that's how much the actual seller is selling it for. They don't know nothing about it being $50 more. So what you want to do? Have him cash app you, but you want him to think he's cash apping your friend. That's what you want to. You want him to think he's cash apping your actual friend. That's what you want to do on this shit. You know. Another thing I do is post people's numbers in the description. That way they get a bunch of spam. You know. That's what happens. You post people's numbers in the description on Craigslist. You know. They get a lot of spam messages. For some reason, Craigslist sees that and like puts a bunch of bots onto that number. That's just what they do. You know, they put a bunch of bots onto that number, and what happens is you get contacted by these like fake behind people, or like scammers or whatever, like bots. So yeah, uh, that's how you do that shit. Also, what you also want to do if you want to make even more profit, or even bigger marginal profit, what you want to do is ask the actual seller to lower the price. You know what I mean? And then, of course, agree to send you the rest of the money. You know, the one that you put the listing up for. So let's say the list is $100, you put it for 150, but you negotiate with the actual seller to make it like, let's say $60. That's an extra $40 right there. So you basically made $90, and you ain't even have to meet nobody. That's what it is. You know. So you email negotiate with the actual sellers to have them lower their price. That's how you get a bigger profit margin. You know. And also asking for more pictures if you find that the advertisement is garbage. Meaning that they're only taking one picture. They don't know how to fucking advertise. That's another whole point of me putting emojis. You know, emojis appeal to people's emotions. It just does. That's why my posts contain emojis on them. You know, um, yeah, that's the reason my posts contain emojis on them. So people are more likely to click it because it just looks more colorful to the eye, especially to the female eye. You know, they're more likely to click onto the listing. So yeah, that's how you do it. You know, and sometimes I rearrange the pictures in a way to where it's just better than the actual seller arrange the pictures. You know what I mean? Sometimes I think a certain picture within like maybe 20 pictures stand out more. You know, That's what I think. So what I would do is change the first photo. That's what I would do. You know, if you wanna so this will work if you're like the middleman. You know, if you're not really selling anything. The other thing, the two videos I did before, that if you're also selling furniture, selling furniture, and you want to slow down the competition or remove the competition, what you do is what I showed you in the past two videos. You want to copy people's posts, but this time make the price lower is what you want to do. That way you get more clicks onto your ads or whatever and stuff like that. That's to slow down your competition. You know, especially if they here make fun of you. What you want to do is lower the price instead of up the price. You know, you do the opposite as if you were the middleman. You do the opposite of the middleman. So that's what you do. You lower the price, that way they click on your ad and it kind of wastes their time or whatever. You know, and then for the actual sellers making the item, what you want to do is like put their number in the description. That way they get a bunch of spams and stuff like that. And like I said before, they get a bunch of spams from Craigslist, and that way they don't trust it even more. You know, so when they finally get a real person, they're like, "Thank God." You know, some people sometimes you have to experience worse to accept what you have. You know, it's just a fact. You have to experience worse sometimes to really like appreciate what you got or the type of situation you're in. It's just that simple. You know, and that's how you do it. Uh, yeah, I'm trying to think of yeah. So what you want to do is lower the price if you're making and selling stuff, or if you're just basically selling the same stuff. That's how you beat out their competition. That's exactly how you do it. Yep. All right, that's about enough information. You know, enjoy the video. I reposted multiple items until it said I couldn't post anymore. You know, it said I was posting to Craigslist too rapidly. Um, and yeah, I just couldn't post anymore after that. So I tried. See, well, you'll see it at the end of the video. I mean, you know, you'll realize I wasn't really able to post the last thing. So yeah.